Welcome back to the hidden shore of the Grove, where many days have passed since our last chapter. As in that last chapter, we spent most of our time uncovering a mystery. That mystery, of course, being the revenant that we have captured here. It was entrancing some of the township and proved to be quite the formidable foe, as it slipped away more than once, but now no longer. Bright Metal and Tacaline have diligently constructed 2 new containment cells for these anomalies, not to mention the long fire break that should hopefully protect our town from larger blazes. We've moved trees, replanting them as we've been putting this in place. Now it is oh so close to completion. We also now have access to gem cutting here in our study, our very messy study. Gem crafting will allow us to craft gems that can enhance the equipment of our folk here. And then there is Bright Metal's second task. He's resting now after many days of hard labor, and that labor has certainly paid off. Shields and armor adorned with the skulls of our enemies, incredibly powerful stuff. And the bloody gates are more fortified than ever. We welcome the next attempt on our lives. Well, maybe not entirely, as there are many things to do out in the world still. We have the worshipful village of Donkey just to our southwest. We need 69 gold, nice, to study the ancient texts that they worship there, texts that will lead us to the Caster Crown. And so, while we have a lack of gold for the time being, we will attempt to earn more. Oh, and this is some very, very good news. The growing zone up there is one that shall contain Parasite, a magical plant that will offer us Magicite in return for a little of our colonists' mana being drained by it. Viper has been doing all that she can to improve her plant skill, and she must have just crested over to 12. And indeed she has. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to RimWorld Mages versus the Megacorp, where Viper isn't the only one that has been learning. Bright Metal and Zeroka are having a little bit of a lesson at the moment, and Zeroka has 2 points available here that we are going to use to learn Valiant Charge. The Paladin flies with the wings of an angel to a distant location, shattering the ground with holy power upon landing. A useful skill when it comes to getting him close to our enemies in the future. Now, the conversion. Felix is of our faith now, with his little weird tentacly arm. He is already affected by his Go Juice dependency. Let's see how long it's been. It has been 14 days, so in another 15 days' time, give or take, he will fall into a coma. So if we do recruit Felix, that is something that we are going to have to try and overcome. Learning drug production is not going to be super easy. It's a lot of research for us to do, but Felix, I think, will be worth it with skills like that. That, or we could just try and purchase it from other tribes, potentially. Now, we have quite a bit of armor here, and I have actually got some leather coats made as well, because they can be worn on the middle layer, whereas the bone armor is worn on the outer. And we even have a masterwork bone helm here, which is incredibly powerful. Now obviously Zeroka does have some pretty good armor on to begin with, the helm of the Valiant and the armor of the Valiant, but this pales in comparison to what this can do for us. Having a look at the level 3 excellent bone armor, we can see the sharp protection is wild. The blunt protection is also really, really good. The heat, could be better, but it's still better than nothing. And of course, this is the top level of this armor. It's been adorned with skulls multiple times. And so, let's get that armor out. We'll also try and get the best coat. Oh, the masterwork one, that will do. Both of those shall go to Zeroka. Now I do want to make sure that he is actually going to be able to wear both of these, so let's see if that's possible. Alright, here comes the first one. Okay, so he has that on underneath everything else, and I believe that will replace your armor of the Valiant. And then as far as helms go, we are going to give you that masterwork bone helm there. Hopefully that's still going to look good with your horns. I imagine it will. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Absolutely fantastic, Zeroka. You're looking wonderful. Now, we will actually get you a shield as well. We're going to go for this excellent tall shield. Let's get that equipped. Now, as for our other melee combatants, that's going to be Carlota and Stomp. So go and chuck all of those on, and then Stomp will get you down here as well. Alright, Carlota, looking good. Now, I don't know if she's going to be able to use the shield and the bardiche at the same time. It looks like maybe. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, while our mages could probably do well with having some decent armor as well, it's not going to be their bone armor. If anything, it would be the leather armor or mages' robes, if and when we can eventually make them. Right now, our biggest limiting factor is magicite, this stuff down here. Now, if we can get enough of these plants grown here, we will be able to harvest them and get some magicite that way. However, we do need to be careful with how many of these we make, as, it does drain mana after a certain point. I am imagining we'll see those effects though, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for now. I don't know how much of that we're actually going to get grown though, because it's already quite cold out. It's already fall. So we might have to look at other growing techniques if we are going to be able to get that long term. We do have steam geysers around here. We could potentially try and use the heat from those geysers and then perhaps a light spell to see if we can still grow. But we're still a ways away from being able to do any of that. There are a few spells that I have set here at the moment. Dirt Devil, Blink, Protection Brand, and Briar Patch. EMP would be useful if we ran into Revenants yet again. Sunlight, it is enough to grow by. So yeah, if we can get those, that would be great, but it does take quite a bit of magicite for us to be able to do that, and we don't have that right now. But we can trade for it, and there may be more than one way for us to trade. Again, it's more research, and we might get to it eventually. We need birds to communicate over greater distances. Right now, we're currently researching engineering so that we can learn how to make basic components, less so that we can do these things, and more so that we can get this thing here built, the arcane crafting bench. Oh, and you know what? I just realized we can tick blood feed here on Felix, our prisoner, so when Carlota is hungry, she'll be able to go and munch from him. And you know what? I feel like he's about ready. Carlota, go and have your feed. 20. 20 is all you get. Alright, that's fine. For moderate blood loss? Oh, and we do need to make sure that that door stays closed. And it looks like Stomp is going to be the one to do the transferring here. Let's hope that goes well, buddy. These doors are very, very slow to open, but they are secure. That's the Revenant done, and now comes the Tough Spike. There we go, Stomp. They're looking nice and happy there. Ooh, Secret Fort Examination. Vorsen, Divine Shaft, okay, interesting role, of the Great Houses has discovered an ancient stronghold a long distance away. She believes it contains ancient texts that may have information about the relic known as the Caster Crown. Vorsen can't spare people to look into it, but hopes that we can by supplying exactly 5 colonists. The stronghold contains unknown threats and is also being sought by Vorsen's enemies, Consumption Inc. She's going to send an airship to pick us up. Okay, I think we'll do this. We'll have 4.1 days once we actually get there. Let's accept it. Oh, and the airship has arrived just up the top here. So, who is going to go? It's gotta be Zeroka, right? Carlota, we're gonna send Stomp, and we are going to send Tackleline. That's only 4, Rycon. Okay. Ooh, I feel like Lisa should stay. Viper, we're gonna have you heading along. So it's going to be Bright Metal and Lisa, the couple, staying behind. Is it a good idea for us to leave just 2 here? Well, we're not leaving just 2. We are leaving Osfinir and Cinder here. So the base will be defended still. And you know what, Carlota? This is yet another opportunity to feed. Oh, and someone will have to take over the wardening while they are gone. And they both, well, Lisa has 1. Lisa, it's your job now. Okay, so they are flying, and they're flying far over the Urakurgo Sea. Where exactly are we going here? We can't see a marker right now. but they are flying high. And no doubt this is kind of the furthest that they've traveled in a very long time. Oh, you're kidding me. It's all the way over here. I feel like it might have been faster to travel that way. It's hard to tell, but they have nearly arrived. It's right on the edge of the Insinium Lake. Okay, here they are. Thank you very much, airship. Wonderful, and we are right into hard pollution by the looks of things. Okay, you lot. So what do we have here? We have a warg, we have a very polluted landscape, and we do have a base here. We can't see anyone active or alive around it. It's mostly a ruin, but we know that Consumption Inc. does have interests in this place. Oh, there is a grey pall here. A gritty fog that clings to the air. The smell is rotten and acidic. This is unnatural weather and creates feelings of dread. It most certainly does. We definitely want to make sure that Zoroka is leading the charge here. He's going to be a little bit slower. That's okay. And it's a lot of bugs. They'll wake up in 12 hours. I think we'll be waking them up a little sooner though. So we're going to back up here. I think the tree will stop them from being able to get out. Viper, just give us a second to set up here. Let's see if we can wake them up here. Viper, can you just get a poison off on one of these bugs? Oh, you can poison them while they're asleep. Oh, yep, that'll do it. All right, Zoroka, let's get you moving back now, if possible. Maybe shield beforehand, though. Yeah, there we go. Yep, back on up here, and we're all going to start to strike. Stomp, you can move up as well. Kalota's taken a little bit of damage here, but it's nothing that Zoroka can't heal, and sure enough, he does manage to do that. Honestly, it might be better for us to just, well, first of all, wait for Tackleline to get here. Sorry, I forgot you were here, buddy. It might be better for us to have Zoroka holding that front line because, yeah, they're not that great yet. Stomp has a long ways to go in terms of melee. Kalota just absolute, oh, Frostbite. Oh, that's probably from you. The Blizzarisk in the back here. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. Let's get moving in there, Zoroka. Stomp, maybe just hang back for the moment. Tackleline will get you by the door. There we go. Okay, we're looking much better. We're going to chuck down a healing totem, and we're going to make sure that the others just kind of hang out here for the moment. Get nice and healed up. Zoroka, let's continue exploring here. Oh, and everyone's better already? That's good, Kalota. Just chill for the moment. Tackleline, you chill here as well. We have some advanced components. That's very nice. Some medicine, cool, and some more bugs that we don't need to actually face right now. Viper will just get you finishing them off while we continue to explore. Excellent, that's our first bit of information. Tackleline, let's get you investigating that. Oh, and our second, Kalota, let's get you all over that. And our loot is some rune weave. Excellent, okay, Stomp, let's get you down here, hacking that, or rather studying that. And ooh, demon blood potions. Demonic strength. Improving all bodily functions and even allowing old scars or brain damage to heal. It's a permanent change though. Demon blood will always be needed. This is Luciferium by another name. Oh, excellent. And even more texts. Viper, you're not the smartest of the bunch, but we'll get you started on that and we'll get someone else taking over down the line. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that must be all of them. Oh, Kalota has finished that one. Excellent. We'll get you moving on to the next one down there. Oh, and we have yet another. An raid. Rosaz. They've arrived nearby and they're approaching from multiple angles. It looks like they want to use their sappers to tunnel around our defenses. One of the imps, Thrain, is the faction leader. Oh boy. That's bad. That's really, really bad. That's a large amount of enemies that we're looking at here for 2 people to defend against. Best thing that we can do is get down here as quickly as possible and try and bait them to the door here. Lisa does have the opportunity to truck down some elemental defenders. We are going to need them. Oh no. And at some point our wall has completely burnt down here. Yeah, there's been a pretty big fire. Oh no. I really don't want to face our enemies over here, especially with them being impids. So let's hope that we can face them out here. There's Thrain. Thrain is their leader. We've deciphered some more texts, and Thrain is a druid. Tackleline, we're going to get working on that next text. Once they get closer, we are going to hit them with that lightning totem. Osfinir will hit them with some flames. You know what? Let's get elemental defenders out and let's get them here now, Lisa. We're already taking some shots at Thrain. Come on. Okay, the defenders are here. They're water elementals. It's raining, so I feel like that's got to be good. You know what? I feel like fire isn't going to do much against them, but we've got to try. And we're going to get a lightning totem down now to start to do some work. Okay, Thrain has taken some damage. I'll take that. And we're going to go and call our spirit wolves out now before we try and jump behind cover. It looks like Thrain is trying to summon something. We don't know what yet. We don't have those spirit wolves yet. Let's get them. And let's get a fireball out towards their Osfinir. Okay, good. The Grand Chief has died. I don't know if the new chief is here or not, but surely that has to be a blow to their morale. Okay, more of the texts have been decoded. Osfinir, let's get you in there. The flames, I would hope, aren't going to do as much towards you. We're going to breathe some fire out towards them in the back here. Okay, we've managed to get that first group fleeing. We have more of them making their way in here. It looks like they're all trying to head around. I'm going to let the others chill for now and hope that they don't blow themselves up. Meanwhile, back here, we are going to try and hold them as far away from us as we possibly can. We do have this opening that they are charging towards us through. The lightning totem is doing work. Unfortunately, it seems to be all out of juice, but we're still able to hit them even at this distance with our wands. Okay, question is, do we want more spirit wolves or another totem? Okay, 45 mana, we just need to wait for that cooldown. Osfinir, I'd like for you to try and breathe some more fire if possible. We've got one right at the very edge of your range there. I mean, that's a big fire breath, and I think we kind of only just get you with that. We want to try and get the fire spit on the ones in the back here, and okay, that was some kind of psi power, I think, being cast there. Okay, we're close enough that we can hit them with the fireball. Bam, right smack bang in the middle of it. Oh, these fires are not great, but the water I think is helping, and they are also fleeing. We've just got this last group here now. Osfinir, let's get flying on over towards them, and then we're going to try and chuck out a fireball, catch those that are fleeing, and also do some damage to the ones that are still here. We'll do some fire breath out this way here. We've got two that are close to each other. Let's go for Hazage, see if we can take them down. Osfinir is really not taking too much damage yet. Lisa, it's time to unleash the wolves yet again. Let's let them run through here, and hopefully they are actually going to be going for the enemies there. Let's get more fire out towards the enemies. A headshot, wonderful. Osfinir, chase them. The water elementals are doing a great job. The wolves are cleaning up. We've got this under control. I think that's the last of them there. Hot damn, what a mess. Well, I say that. There are some that are still here that are injured, but we are whittling them down. Oh, yes we are. So, are these fires going to burn much further than here? I don't think so. I think we're okay. Osfinir, you know what? Oh, you're hauling. Hauling, you're taking the elemental to bed? Good for you. Now, it might not be castle walls, but we can put a firmer wall in place here. We're going to be extracting all of those skulls. Good defense, you two. Well, you three. Osfinir, again, you are MVP. Right, now, back here, we need to continue exploring. We have some survival meals. How nice. Oh boy, and a barrel that is going to explode. And there doesn't seem to be any way to stop that. So let's back out of there for now. We will find another way. Let's be quick about this too, please, Soroka. Silver. Nice. Okay, that's the last one, I think. Carlota, let's get you towards that. We're going to have to try and manage these flames if we can. Okay, and yeah, that's literally all there is now. So we're going to fight these fires back, and we're going to let Carlota do her job. Stomp, you should be able to do this without getting as much heat stroke. Oh, that's nearly 1,000 degrees in there. So yeah, let's just back out for now, please. Oh boy, and they're attacking each other. Right, of course they are. because of the extreme heat. Zoroka, if we could break that wall ASAP, that would be swell, buddy. Stomp, do what you need to do. Viper, same with you. Zoroka, let's get that down, thank you. Okay, there we go. That should be better, but it isn't. I think we're also going to have to destroy this door here, potentially. Okay, there we go. That will do it, I think. Back out, buddy. Yeah. It's all under control. This is fine. Okay, and we have a raid from Consumption Inc. Get back to the airship. Right, we might not actually be able to grab everything we want from here. I mean, we're gonna try though. Zoroka is the last person that's going to be out of here. He's going to be trying to grab these advanced components as soon as he's got them. All right, buddy, no sleeping. It is time to go. The others are already running. We can see Consumption Inc. is here, and there is a chance they may catch Zoroka yet. Buddy, keep running, keep running. That Scyther is slowly gaining on him. Unfortunately, Valiant Charge, he doesn't quite have the mana available for it. Oh no, this is gonna be really close, I think. Viper has made it, Carlota and Stomp are nearly there. Tackle line, you know what? We can delay, can't we? Let's get those Spirit Wolves out, buddy. And let's get you continuing on down there as well. Oh, good work. Zoroka, you're gonna make it now. It's Tackle line, that's that little bit slower. Yeah, I mean, Zoroka is there. Tackle line is carrying on. The Wolves did their job well. It's not every day we get the chance to get one over Consumption Inc., but today we did. Quest complete. And obviously it's gonna take them a fair while to get back, but at least back here at home, things are under control. Thank you, Carrier Dryads. More bodies for the trees. And yeah, we'll be sure that we get those skulls out. Oh, and the airship has arrived back, and I just realized the water elemental is still up here. It shouldn't still be alive. I feel like that should probably be dead by now. We're gonna get rid of that sleeping spot. Sorry, buddy. You'll be back in your water world before long. Oh, Inspiration Arcane Path Carlota, the power of a priest? That was not what I was expecting. She's seen a vision of arcane potential. She can become a priest. Okay, Carlota. So, do we want that to happen right now? I think we'll wait until the morning, but we can make it happen. Hell yes. Thank you, Bright Metal. We're starting to get this little gap in the wall sealed up now. Oh dear, and Felix has gone berserk. That's less than ideal, but Stomp is here. Stomp, let's go and put Felix down. Viper, I hope you're okay. Let's just get you maybe casting Regenerate on yourself. There we go. Oh, and Stomp, how are you faring against Felix with his tentacly arm? We have to remember that Stomp does only have one arm. Carlota, let's actually get you in here helping out, striking Felix. Now, oh, you don't actually have your weapon anymore. That's a little bit of a problem. Oh, okay. We destroyed his armor. He's bleeding out in 11 hours. Okay, he's down. Good. Stomp. Let's get you relaxing. Carlota, let's get you a weapon, huh? And Lisa, let's get you capturing and fixing up Felix. Now, we do still have lots of weapons in here. We could always skullify one of these weapons. So having a look at all of the various different options here, rusted claymore, rusted sword, I do believe this improves them somewhat. For a rusted claymore, we just need to have a long sword of some kind, which doesn't look like we do there specifically. We can always just select a few of the options here and see if any of them work. Unfortunately, right now the answer is no, and we're actually lacking skulls. We've already used all of those skulls, so we definitely need to make sure that we get more here. Tackleline, I think we might just get you doing that if you can. Yeah, and ideally we'll do that before the trees have consumed too much. And as soon as Tackleline is done here, we will have our ceremony. Oh, and just before we do anything else, we need to make sure that Zoroka is officially recognized as our leader again. So everyone gather round. And I think before we do the next stage of the ritual, we're going to make sure that this temple's a little bit cleaner. Okay, and so for this, it says that our moral guide isn't present, but they are because it is Carlota, but I guess she's unable to be the guide in this instance. 85% quality isn't all that bad though. Let's just hope it goes okay. I do think that there is a chance that this can potentially fail. We'll cross our fingers. We may have a priest on our hands. Carlota is being imbued with magic. And there we go. Carlota, the priest of all things. I was not expecting a priest, but here we are. Resurrection, bestowing might, healing circle, purify, advanced healing. Purify invokes holy power to purify scars on the body, mind, and soul. That's fantastic. Okay, and now we have Stomp. Stomp. Let's see about getting you imbued. A 95% sounds pretty good to me. Okay, and successful. Excellent. And a growling tree pod has sprouted. That is the new beneficial outcome of this. Our connection to the trees is strong. Doesn't look like we got any development points there, but I will take another growling tree. Oh, and it's sprouted up here of all places. Okay, well, we'll get that harvested right away by Viper, and then we're gonna get that planted down by the other tree. And of course, because we have our little haulers here who are helping us out a great deal, I think we're going to try and get some wood makers, purely just because we can't cut down trees anymore, and we still will need wood. Wait, there are 2 seeds here. Okay. Well, come the morning, we will be planting 2 of these trees. Oh, and we have ourselves some rusted battle axes. Thank you, Bright Metal, thank you. Let's check in on that thing. Now, we do actually have elephant spears here as well, which obviously are going to be really decent weapons. Rusted battle axe, 10. Not half bad. The armor penetration's pretty good as well. Actually, a little bit better than the elephant spear. So, Carlota, I think we have a new weapon for you here. Oh, and I will let you actually continue rescuing them right after that. Yeah, I think this is a good way for us to do this when it comes to these weapons. They do seem to get improved, so we'll just make sure we have a few of these queued up at any time. Oh yes, and Stomp. Let's get that leather coat equipped on you. Oh, Lisa, what did you just decide to chuck on? The Arm of the Valiant. Yeah, it does kind of work for you. It's going to give you some extra XP. I'm okay with that. Oh, Tackleline. Getting changed as well. Still likes to kind of have, some stuff hanging out there. Right, yeah, sure. Okay. But yeah, what I was going to say is we need a hospital of some kind. We need somewhere that we're going to treat people, somewhere that we can chuck down our totems and let them heal. I kind of like the idea of it being up here. We could go for something that's a little bit more circular in design. Oh, and this is going to be made out of slate. Just so, at the very least, our hospital is a little bit more fireproof. Entity escape. Okay. The tough spike has escaped its restraints. Is it just going to go straight out the door? I think it is. Zoroka, it's time to put your ability to the test, my friend. Actually, you don't have to go that far, but we will get you moving on up towards there. Carlota and Stomp, I want you reporting as well. Okay, good. It can't actually break through that door, so it is going to take a little while before it gets out. So we'll move up to here with Zoroka. We'll be ready with our shield, and then we'll get that door open, and then we'll start striking this thing down. I probably should have waited to cast shield. Oh, that was quite the hit there, my friend. It's dead. Unfortunately, the tough spike is dead. Okay, so Carlota actually has 2 points available to her. Clarity would be nice for us to pick up, but I think we want to try and get some other spells first. Healing Circle, not bad. Bestow Might, really good. Physical capacity and demand, the amount of pain taken, blesses a single target with greatly increased physical power. That, combined with Enrage, might turn Zoroka into an absolute machine. Oh, I was just reading Purity a little bit further. So it can get rid of ailments like drug addictions, go juice addictions. Now, an addiction might be different from an actual requirement. Any addiction, including Luciferium, when we get up to the top. Wow, brain, heart, and paralysis conditions. This is some incredibly powerful stuff. But yeah, I think right now, Bestow Might will take us further. Right, now we still need to do our linking down here. Honestly, I think we can get Viper to be across the 2 of these right now. Alright, tree connection done. And yeah, we will be picking up the Woodmaker. And yet another tree has been planted. Wonderful. And yet again, we will have this linked to Viper. I am hoping it's not a mistake to have all of our eggs in one basket, but she is a very good basket. She knows the trees better than any out here. Good on ya. Now, it does mean that she's going to be spending most of her time down here with the trees. And I guess we need to decide what direction we want to go with this tree. Bark skins can be good defenders. We also have some other dryads over this side here. I do think that the acid spitter here could be to our liking. A little different than the other dryads that we have, but they'd certainly help with defense. Oh, and we've just unlocked chronophagy out of our anomaly research here. So I think we might continue on towards these advanced psychic rituals down here. It's a necessary piece of research to continue moving on, and really it's one of the only things that we can do other than skip abductions and summoning flesh beasts, which, emerge from the ground near enemies attacking anyone nearby. That could also potentially be useful. You know what? We'll research that first. And it looks like we're going to be having a party. It's about damn time. And it seems like a lot of them have actually been able to visit. Bright Metal and Tackleline are choosing not to, but what's new there? They're busy doing their own thing. Yeah, he has no interest whatsoever in attending. But that's just fine. They're having a good time, sharing their knowledge of magic and having just a little bit of time to unwind. And a quest hastens many enemies. An 11-year-old named Hasten is calling from nearby. He admits he profaned a peace ritual between the Toxoid faction and Rosaz. They're now both chasing him. Hasten is a Lapis, a xenotype of rocky-looking humans adapted to living basically without organic food, but a hefty cost. They must continually search for minerals to feed themselves and sustain their strange metabolism. Hansen, welcome. And yup, there he is. There is Hansen. Okay, you're carrying a shard right now. And Marius Hansen. Okay, let's have a look at you, kid. You are psychically dull, you're a brawler with an annoying voice, and you are a copycat. You're only good at what everyone else does. Okay, you've got some mining skill, that's good. You have some abilities. Mineral Overdrive. Drains minerals to increase their work efficiency. Okay. Mineral Shock. Use the stored minerals to shoot a concentrated lump of soil. And Reactive Armor. Consumes minerals to harden the user's body against piercing and sharp attacks. I mean, you don't really have melee or shooting going on right now. But as a miner, I feel like you could be useful. We will have to try and move you away from humanitism. But you're also a Psycaster. Well, our first Psycaster. And we can see that we can unlock Kineticist down here. Everything else around here right now is locked. Oh, actually no, that is a lie. The occultist tree is already open. Summon Eiling and Ocular Eruption. Okay, buddy. You got some interesting things going on here. Destroy eyes. Cyclically causes the humor inside the target's eyes to heat up to boiling point, destroying them and leaving the poor victim blind. Okay. I mean, yeah, we unlocked Summon Eiling. Well, okay, Hansen. Welcome aboard. And that shard that you have there, that ancient shard that has been left outside for a while, that will be studied. Oh dear, the cold is most certainly here. And it won't be long until Hansen's pursuers are here too. But really, how could we ever turn them away? He's a brand new xenotype and a sidecaster too. Perhaps he may help us unlock some of those secrets. And wow, if we can turn him into a geomancer, that would just be fantastic. Thanks for bringing the prisoner some food there. Just don't get too close to the strange man. As for everyone else, things are going well. The grove grows. We even managed to complete our hospital, which more than likely will be a temporary home for Hansen. In the next, we'll build him a home of his own, and we will prepare for what is yet to come. Legionnaires, I ask you all, if you have enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.